In the vast grasslands of North America, where the wind still moves the prairie the same way it did thousands of years ago, animals that once symbolized pure wilderness are quietly becoming premium food. A single bison can sell for over $10,000. Bison meat can reach $40 per pound. Yet these animals were nearly extinct just a century ago. What looks like a relic of the past is now part of one of the most controlled and modern meat industries on Earth. This is not a story about the past. It's about how wild herds are turning into luxury protein. Today, the modern bison industry supports ranchers, processors, exporters, and premium food markets across North America and beyond. Global production remains small compared to beef, but demand is rising fast. The United States and Canada dominate bison farming, supplying over 90% of the world's commercial bison meat. Most people still think bison are only found in national parks. Few realize that bison steaks, burgers, and jerky now appear in high-end restaurants, specialty grocery stores, and health-focused diets worldwide. This is a niche industry, but one that feeds a growing appetite for natural, lean, and traceable meat. From wild herds to premium meat, inside the modern bison industry. The modern bison industry exists where it does for one fundamental reason: the land itself. Across the Great Plains of North America, stretching from Canada's prairie provinces down through Montana, the Dakotas, Wyoming, and into the central United States, the environment still mirrors the world bison evolved in thousands of years ago. Endless grasslands, wide horizons, brutal winters, scorching summers, and long stretches with little human disturbance. These regions are defined by extremes. Temperatures can swing from -30 degrees Celsius winters to 40 degrees Celsius summers. Rainfall is unpredictable. Soil is often too dry or too thin for intensive crop farming. What limits most forms of agriculture is exactly what enables bison ranching. Bison are not animals that adapt to the land. They are animals the land was built for. Native prairie grasses. Tough, fibrous, and low in nutritional density, form the backbone of their diet. Where cattle require supplemental feed, irrigation, and shelter, bison thrive almost entirely on natural forage. Their thick hides, dense underwool, and powerful circulatory systems allow them to withstand blizzards without barns and heat waves without shade structures. Space is not a luxury here. It is a requirement. Unlike feedlot livestock, bison need vast open territory to move, graze, and establish natural herd behavior. Many ranches allocate tens to hundreds of acres per herd, using rotational grazing to prevent overuse of grasslands and to mimic the movement patterns of ancient wild herds. Geography also provides isolation. Remote plains reduce disease pressure, limit predator conflicts with humans, and make large-scale confinement impractical. Instead of forcing bison into industrial systems, ranchers design operations around the landscape, not against it. In this environment, the bison industry doesn't fight nature. It follows it. And that natural alignment is what makes bison meat rare, resilient, and inherently premium before it ever reaches a processing plant. From wild herds to premium meat, inside the modern bison industry. What gives bison their value is not technology, branding, or speed. It is biology shaped by survival. Bison are built for extremes. A mature bull can weigh over 900 kilograms, yet move with surprising agility. Beneath their massive frames lies a dense muscle structure formed by constant movement across open plains, not confinement. This natural activity pattern is what creates bison meat that is leaner, firmer, and more protein-dense than conventional beef. Unlike cattle, bison store far less fat around their muscles. Instead of heavy marbling, their fat is minimal and evenly distributed, resulting in meat that is lower in calories, cholesterol, and total fat while remaining rich in iron, zinc, and essential amino acids. For modern consumers, this combination positions bison as a premium health-oriented red meat. Their biology also makes them unusually efficient in harsh environments. Bison convert rough, low-quality grasses into muscle with remarkable efficiency. They require fewer veterinary interventions, rarely need antibiotics, and show strong natural resistance to many diseases that commonly affect cattle. Thick hides and insulating underwool protect them from cold, while powerful lungs and cardiovascular systems allow them to regulate body temperature under extreme heat. Behaviorally, bison are herd animals with strong social structures, but they remain only partially domesticated. This semi-wild nature means they retain natural stress responses, alertness, and physical strength. While this increases handling risk for ranchers, it also preserves the integrity of the animal's physiology, slow growth, strong bones, and high-quality muscle development. From an economic standpoint, this biology creates a paradox. Bison grow more slowly than cattle and require more land per animal, yet their meat commands significantly higher prices. What they lack in speed, they make up for in scarcity, nutrition, and authenticity. In the modern market, bison are not valued because they can be pushed harder. They are valued because they cannot be. From wild herds to premium meat, inside the modern bison industry. Every bison steak begins long before grazing or processing, it begins with genetics and restraint. Unlike conventional livestock industries built on intensive breeding cycles, the bison industry starts with carefully managed breeding herds that remain close to their wild origins. Ranchers select animals not for rapid weight gain, but for fertility, structural soundness, temperament, and genetic integrity. Most commercial bison descend from conservation herds once protected in national parks and reserves after near extinction in the late 19th century. These restored bloodlines form the foundation of today's industry, making breeding decisions both an economic and ecological responsibility. Breeding typically occurs naturally within large pasture-based herds. Bulls and cows are not artificially synchronized or intensively manipulated. Instead, ranchers manage herd composition and timing, allowing mating to follow seasonal cycles that align with forage availability and climate conditions. Each breeding animal is identified and recorded. Ear tags, electronic IDs, and digital herd records track parentage, birth dates, calving success, health history. This documentation ensures traceability while protecting genetic diversity, a critical concern in a species that once dropped to fewer than 1,000 individuals worldwide. Calves are born in open pasture, usually in spring, when grass quality is highest. They remain with their mothers, nursing and learning herd behavior naturally. There is no early separation, no confined calving barns, and no artificial rearing systems. This early life stage sets the tone for the entire production chain. Slow beginnings, low stress, and minimal human interference reduce mortality, strengthen immune systems, and preserve the natural growth rhythm that defines bison meat quality. At this point in the chain, nothing moves fast. And that deliberate pace is exactly what protects the value of everything that follows. From wild herds to premium meat, inside the modern bison industry. Raising bison is not about control. It is about management without interference. Once calves are established within the herd, the production phase unfolds slowly across vast landscapes. Bison are raised almost entirely outdoors, grazing on native and improved prairie grasses. There are no feedlots, no barns packed with animals, and no accelerated fattening programs. Growth is driven by movement, weather, and seasonal forage. Not force. Space defines everything. A single herd may roam across hundreds or even thousands of acres. Stocking density is deliberately low, often several times lower than cattle operations, allowing bison to move naturally, graze selectively, and avoid overpressure on grasslands. Ranchers rotate herds between paddocks, mimicking the migratory patterns of wild bison to protect soil health and regenerate forage. Time is another critical factor. Bison reach market weight slowly, typically over 18 to 24 months, sometimes longer depending on climate and feed quality. This extended growth period builds dense muscle, strengthens bone structure, and maintains the lean meat profile that defines the product. Labor in bison operations is constant but cautious. Bison are powerful, fast, and unpredictable. Unlike cattle, they cannot be safely herded by close contact. Ranchers rely on wide alleyways, high-tensile fencing, long-distance handling techniques. Human interaction is minimized to reduce stress and risk. Handling events, weighing, veterinary checks, transport, are infrequent and carefully planned. Risk is always present. Extreme weather can reduce forage availability. Harsh winters increase energy demands. Injuries, fence breaches, and transport stress are real operational threats. Because bison are semi-wild, mistakes are costly, both financially and physically. Machinery plays a supporting role rather than a dominant one. Tractors manage fencing and water systems. Trucks move animals only when necessary. Most of the work happens at the pace of the land, not the clock. This phase of the chain demands patience above all else. There are no shortcuts. What sustains the operation is not speed or scale, but the alignment between animal biology, open land, and disciplined restraint. Despite their wild nature, modern technology quietly supports the industry. GPS ear tags monitor movement and growth. Digital herd records track health and lineage. Drones and remote sensors help manage vast grazing land. Some operations integrate blockchain traceability, allowing consumers to follow meat from prairie to plate. The goal isn't speed. It's consistency, safety, and transparency. When bison reach market weight, the harvest phase begins. Animals are transported carefully to specialized processing facilities designed for large, powerful livestock. Stress reduction is critical, both for animal welfare and meat quality. Humane stunning methods are used before slaughter. Carcasses are rapidly chilled to preserve texture and flavor. Every step is clean, controlled, and precise. There is no room for error at this scale. Once processed, bison meat enters a high-value supply chain. Carcasses are broken down into premium cuts, ribeye, tenderloin, strip loin, and ground meat. Products are vacuum sealed, blast frozen, or chilled for distribution. Most bison meat targets high-end restaurants, specialty butchers, health-focused consumers, export markets in Asia and Europe. Cold chain logistics ensure quality from ranch to retail. The numbers explain the shift. Bison meat sells for 2 to 4 times the price of beef. A single animal can generate thousands of dollars in revenue. For ranchers, bison offer lower feed costs, lower medical input, and premium margins. For consumers, the product represents health, sustainability, and authenticity. This is not mass production. It's value-driven agriculture. But questions remain. Is turning a wild symbol into a commodity ethical? Does fencing bison change what they represent? Can growing demand coexist with conservation? Supporters argue bison ranching helps restore grasslands, rebuild soil, and preserve the species. Critics worry about commercialization and loss of wild identity. There are no simple answers. As the sun sets over the prairie, the herds continue to move, slowly, powerfully, unchanged by the markets that now surround them. What was once nearly lost is now feeding a new generation. So the question remains: can an animal born wild truly belong to modern agriculture? What do you think? If you enjoyed this journey inside the modern bison industry, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more stories from cultivation to processing insights, where the world's most unexpected food systems come to life.